Hey Vikings fans, what's up? Skol Vikings. Imagine this. Our QB Carson Wentz, the veteran warrior we signed in the offseason, scrambling like a beast in London against the Browns, only to hit the deck with a shoulder tweak that has us all holding our breath. This is the latest from Vikings news, and it's got my purple heart pounding. Stick around as we break it down step by step, because this could change everything for our season. It was late in the second quarter, with the game hanging in the balance at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Wentz was fighting for that crucial first down. He bolted out of the pocket, lowered his shoulder like the tough competitor he is, but got tackled short, clutching his left non-throwing shoulder in obvious pain. He jogged off to the blue medical tent, then straight to the locker room for checks, leaving us Vikings faithful glued to our screens. What if this is more than a scare? The Vikings were already thin at QB with J.J. McCarthy sidelined by that nagging right high ankle sprain from Week 2, out for his third straight game and counting. Wentz had stepped up big in his first two starts, slinging 523 yards and 4 TDs, proving why we brought him in. But now, with rookie Max Brosmer as the only other arm dressed, after waiving Desmond Ridder, the pressure was real. And fans, does this make you nervous too? Former NFL linebacker Jonathan Vilma, calling the game for NFL Network alongside Kenny Albert, didn't hold back on Wentz's risky play. That's an understatement to say huge loss if he's not going to come back, Vilma said, sounding a bit disappointed in the vet's decision to keep pushing instead of sliding. He pointed out it was the second time Wentz didn't go down on a scramble, questioning that competitive fire when the team needs him most. Vilma, what do you think? Was it gutsy or reckless? Vilma, a 3-time Pro Bowler, knows the game inside out and stressed how veterans usually protect themselves on fourth down, calling it a day to avoid unnecessary hits. I get the competitive nature, but that's tough, he added, especially with Brosmer, a raw rookie from Minnesota, waiting in the wings. This critique from Vikings News has sparked debates. Fans, drop in the comments. Should Wentz dial it back? Or is that fire what we need to win? The broadcast tension was electric as Wentz was ruled questionable, heading for X-rays on that left shoulder while the Browns drove late in the half. We were down, the clock ticking, and all eyes on whether our offense could survive without him. Imagine Brosmer, undrafted and untested, stepping into that international spotlight. Heart rates up yet? This moment tested our depth like never before. But hold on to your horns. Wentz powered back under center to start the third quarter, sporting a protective pad on his shoulder, showing that Viking grit we love. He toughed it out through the hits, leading a gritty comeback that sealed the win, including a clutch TD drive to Jordan Addison. What a warrior move. Does this prove he's irreplaceable or just lucky? Before the injury scare, Wentz was solid in his 2 prior starts, racking up those 523 passing yards and 4 touchdowns that kept our hopes alive amid McCarthy's absence. Signed as a reliable vet, he's been making smart reads and delivering under pressure. But today's scramble highlighted the fine line between heroics and heartbreak. Stats like that build credibility. Fans, how impressed are you with his early impact? The London game exposed our QB vulnerabilities, with McCarthy still mending that high ankle sprain that's kept him out week after week. Wentz stepping up was huge, but the injury raised eyebrows about long-term stability. Could this push us to rethink the depth chart? From Vikings News, it's clear we can't afford more setbacks. What would you do if McCarthy's out longer? Vilma's take added fuel to the fire, criticizing Wentz for not sliding on those runs, especially as the team's lifeline. You don't want to take those shots, he warned, knowing Brosmer's inexperience could doom us. It's a wake-up call on veteran smarts versus raw drive. Do you agree with Vilma? Or is Wentz's toughness worth the risk? Let's hear your thoughts below. That second scramble where Wentz lowered his shoulder again? It was pure adrenaline, but Vilma nailed it. Vets league-wide usually live to fight another down. With the Vikings relying on him heavily, one wrong hit could cascade into chaos. This from the broadcast breakdown has me rethinking play calling. Coaches, protect your QB. The X-ray wait was agonizing, with reports confirming the left shoulder issue but no major tears, allowing his return. Brosmer warmed up just in case, but Wentz's resilience turned the tide in that hard-fought win. It's moments like these that define seasons. Proud of our guy, but worried about the wear and tear? Wentz's season stats so far scream promise. Over 500 yards and multiple scores in limited action, proving his off-season signing was a stroke of genius. But the shoulder pad in the second half? A reminder of fragility in our high-stakes offense. Vikings fans, rate his performance out of 10 in the comments. McCarthy's ongoing ankle recovery means Wentz carries the load, but today's events spotlight the need for better protection. Our O-line took its too. From latest Vikings news, we're resilient, but depth is key. Should we chase another vet backup? Your opinion matters. Share it. Vilma's disappointment echoed fan frustrations, emphasizing how one QB injury exposes everything. Huge loss if Wentz was out. Spot on, and it nearly happened. This critique pushes for smarter risks. What changes would you make to avoid this next time? The halftime kneel-down by Brosmer was a brief glimpse of what could be, but Wentz's return sparked the comeback magic we crave. Leading that final drive for the win? Epic storytelling stuff. Vikings Nation, did this boost your faith in him? Wrapping this Vikings news breakdown, Wentz's toughness pulled us through. But let's pray for McCarthy's swift return and no more scares. We've got the heart to battle, skull to resilience. If you loved this update, smash that like button, drop your hot takes in the comments, subscribe for more Viking scoops, and share with fellow fans to spread the purple pride. Let's go Vikings!